I'm Lee Iridium. Hope you're doing all right today. Album review time. So, L.A Guns and Checkered Past. Been waiting for this one. I really have been waiting for this one. Interesting because, funny the name of the album, Checkered Past. My past with L.A Guns, there ain't really one. I mean, I'm just starting to check this band out now. I know it sounds a bit ridiculous, but when you're younger in the 80s, you don't have all the money in the world to spend on albums, and a lot of time you took a bit of a risk because you didn't hardly hear any of these songs, so you would go into the record shop and just either hearsay or read in a magazine that it's good, and you didn't have a lot of money, like I didn't, and so you would have to, pick your choices of what to buy. And I never really heard L.A Guns. So since I've been doing the channel, of course I have, because I've been reviewing their new songs that are coming off this album that have been released so far. So 12th of November, Frontiers, 11 tracks. I know this is a bit strange, it's not strange, but a pretty cool idea. 44 minutes and 48 seconds long. And it's divided into certain sets or suites, as they call it, where there's different styles of the music they sort of do. So I don't think it's straying too far away from what they do, as far as I know. It's all within that sort of, hard rock sort of category, but they mix different styles up. The band were formed in 1983. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. So all these years, and man, this album, let me tell you now, my first time really hearing L.A Guns properly from start to finish on an album. I love it. I absolutely love it. I mean, I started to listen to Tracy Gunn's music when he was with Social Disorder. He's done some music with Social Disorder. That's a fucking great album. Love to Be Hated, Social Disorder. Check it out. Some great guitaring from Tracy Guns. And the Sunbomb project with Michael Sweet as well. It's more like Tracy's solo album, sort of a proper metal album. Great guitaring on there as well. So that's the first sort of time I've heard him, and of course on these songs. So fuck the other band. Not fuck the other band. I don't even. I shouldn't have said that. The other L.A Guns, I don't really know a lot about them. I know they're bringing music out at the same time. It does my head in that there's so many bands around it. L.A Guns ain't the only ones that are doing it, but obviously Tracy Guns is the proper founding member, I believe. Vocals is Phil Lewis. He's brilliant. He's got a snarling sort of attitude voice, and there's attitude throughout this album, which I love. On the bass, you've got Johnny Martin, and on the drums, you've got Scott Coogan. These guys are just fantastic. Just keep it really tight, like hone their skills, if you like. And on the guitar also is Ace Von Johnson, to coincide with Tracy Guns, obviously. Both of them are just great. I'm not sure if Tracy's just doing the lead. I'm not sure if they share it. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe someone can let me know in the comments who knows a little bit more than L.A Guns than I do. But all I know is this sounds fantastic, this album. It's got a huge sound. It sounds great. The production, the mix is just perfect. It's got that sort of raw energy, like I said, that feel to it. And I've got some real standout tracks, which I'm going to talk about. I'm going to talk about all the tracks, but I'm really going to... There's some really good ones on here. We kick off with the first single, Cannonball. Now, I love this. This is really rocking. This is fast, energetic. It's as though the guys are just starting out. They really mean it on this song. This is just heavy fucking rock and roll. You play it loud, but if you're in the car, just keep an eye on your speed because it makes you feel like that. A no-brainer to open the album, without a doubt. It's just, I can't think of another track. There's some good tracks, rocking tracks on this, but this is the perfect song to kick off the album. Cannonball's great. Bad Luck Charm is next. This is like a medium pace song. You carry on with that rocking feel, but with a medium pace sort of bluesy rocking track here, filled with that attitude again that the album's got. A great sort of middle instrumental section, which seems like the song sort of mellows out before going back into the song proper. Some cool light and shade on this song, really great. Living Right Now is next. Bit of a punky attitude infused in this song. Obviously 70s punk. I'm not talking that pop punk shit that we got in the 90s and the 2000s. This is good punk, years back in the 70s. This is sort of driven by a great bass line, some cool guitar melodies by Tracy Guns. Another track that's just filled with attitude. Get Along is next. This is a new single.
Sometimes you learn it all along the way. Maybe you fly off a boat.
This is a cool track, sort of glides along on an acoustic guitar. So I think this is where the sets change a bit of the sound of the songs. The guitar reminds me, it's got that feel of like the Battle of Evermore, Zeppelin style sort of guitar. Even though it's an acoustic driven track, we get a very cool solo with electric guitar. L.A Guns is just great at writing guitar melodies that are memorable. I've noticed that they're sometimes simple but so memorable, and here's no exception. It really adds to the feel of the song. Get Along is a great song. Fifth track is If It's Over Now. Now this is a haunting ballad. This is a standout track. Phil Lewis spitting out those vocal lines in the verses and leads into just a monster of a chorus. A brilliant solo which really caps off an amazing highlight of the album so far. Better Than You is next. A great metal riff kicks this off as we hit the next set of songs. I think this is where it changes again. What a great groove to this, driven by that brilliant riff. Another really well thought out solo by Guns here, if it is Guns of course. He doesn't just solo, he gives you something else to think about. He really does. He just does things that are different, not things that are predictable. Knock Me Down is next. This was a single. This is
Knock me down, baby. I'm ready to ride. You knock me.
This is a fucking great song as well. So much fun. It has a cool stomp to it. This is a head bopper for sure, this one. Phil Lewis has got that attitude again to his voice, that sort of sleazy, punky sort of attitude. A real infectious chorus, but it's the real feel of the song, the overall feel that's the winner here for sure. And oh yeah, the hand claps. They've got hand claps in this. So what more can you want? Fucking love it. Next up is a fast track called Dog. It's like a rock and roll track that just rocks from the outset. The energy is ramped up again. Another great performance by Lewis here. I mean, this could have been probably another song that could have started the album off, apart from Cannonball. Let You Down is the next track.
Love me tonight, hate me tomorrow. I'ma let you down.
I think this is where it changes up. The music changes up a little bit again. This was a single that was brought out quite a while ago, last year. And obviously I don't know if COVID just put a stop to them releasing this album sooner. But this has a real dark feel to it. This, along with its If It's Over Now, are probably the best tracks on the album for me. There's some really effective clean guitar melodies that lead into some great heavy riffs in the chorus. Phil Lewis is, again, just brilliant. A real haunting performance on this one. Sort of a real heartfelt solo which caps off another great highlight on this album. Let You Down is just a fantastic song. Track 10, That Ain't Why. We are back rocking again with a real sort of sleazy feel to this one. Some busy heavy riffs with attitude drive the song, and it's another real head bopper. Physical Itch closes the album off, a slow to medium paced song. Now this is fucking heavy. This has a Sabbathy sort of doom laden riffs going through it, all over the song actually. So cool that the band like cover these different elements, but they're going to appeal to so many metal and rock fans on this album. You know, there's metal music here, there's rock and roll, there's heavy rock, there's ballads. It's a fucking great mix-up. But all over it, they seem to have this attitude that really kicks fucking ass. This is as heavy as it gets, actually, to finish off a great album by these guys. I'm really impressed. And like I said, I'm not, as far as L.A Guns are concerned, not really got a pass with them. I know they're a big thing with people, you know, they're really popular. I'm really fucking glad I checked this album out. It's absolutely great. Really recommend Checkered Past by L.A Guns. Like I said, out November the 12th on Frontiers. Highly recommended. Get it.